What does it mean to be a wife of a diplomat? What are the challenges? And does it exist any kind of specific dress code for a wife of a diplomat? Today, this and much more. We are going to interview Alina. Alina is a wife of a diplomat, and she's going to answer some questions about how is it to be a wife of a diplomat, what are the challenges, and what is the dress code for official events. Alina is for the first time on my YouTube channel, so guys, support her in the comments below.
Thank you, Anastasia, for inviting me to your YouTube channel.
Thank you for coming.
It's a great honor to be a part of it, so thank you.
You're welcome. So the question number one is, what does it mean for you to be a wife of a diplomat? What are the difficulties? What are the challenges?
Well, I think this question has a very broad way to answer, and I can answer it from, totally different directions. But I would say that being a wife of diplomat means that you are a part of a unique community of individuals who represent their country abroad.
Yes.
And this role is quite challenging and rewarding at the same time, and it requires your adaptability and flexibility at the same time. And I can say that I take the job of my husband very seriously. I'm very committed to it. I think it's extremely challenging job, when you go to another country to represent your country. I think this job requires a lot of important professional skills, and I take it very seriously. For example, I do my best to support my husband, starting from the very small things and going up to more serious things. For example, I don't know, I cook at home, I prepare his breakfast.
I'm saying wow guys, because actually Alina is cooking and she has a very interesting cooking channel. I'll link the link here, even though you didn't ask me. So she has this channel where she does recipes
in four different languages.
Yeah, in 4 different languages. And I'm watching her channel to learn how to cook because I'm really a disaster. Recently I have tried to warm up bread in the oven and it's just like totally wasted. So Alina is really...
But I love cooking, so it's my pleasure to do it.
And you do breakfast every single day for your husband?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I like doing it. So it's really a pleasure for me. And I also kind of help my husband to choose his tie, which kind of tie he will use with the suit he chose.
Yes.
So I'm also, glad that except of being his wife, I'm also his friend. Therefore, I can give pieces of advice if needed. But you definitely need to be supportive, because being a diplomatic wife, it means you give a lot of attention to your husband, to his mission, and you give him a lot of support, a lot of emotional support, encouragement. I'm also invited a lot of times to the official events.
Yeah, this thing about official events is pretty interesting, because I've seen it raised a lot of interest on my Instagram platform. Basically, the idea of creating this entire video is because probably you guys, if you're watching this YouTube, probably you're watching also Instagram. A lot of guys have asked me, I think I've shown you.
I think so,
yes. Yeah. So a lot of followers on Instagram said that it's pretty interesting to listen about official events. What is it about? What for? Is it like, why are we going to these official events even though we are not diplomats?
Well, it's a very essential part of our life, I would say. And many times wives are also invited to the official meetings. So we go like to different dinners, other gatherings where we meet different people from different cultures, different backgrounds. And it means that you can exchange some ideas, you can learn a lot, and also you can represent interests of the country you represent. In our case, it's Brazil.
So yes, basically, why do we represent Brazil even though we don't look Brazilian? Because we are basically married to a Brazilian diplomat, and when you're married to a certain country's diplomat, no matter what is your nationality, you automatically start representing the country of the husband you have married to.
Yeah, because you're a part of this country.
Yes.
Yeah. And during these official meetings, official events and dinners, maybe there can be discussed some serious topics, or maybe they can negotiate some kind of agreements, and sometimes role of wife is very important. And just by saying this, I just had example in my mind. During the Cold War, they also met in one of those official events, and I know they kind of helped to regulate some kind of problems. So, but just giving this example, I don't want to highlight that all wives, Diplo wives, are so powerful and so cool. I'm just saying that it's very important to be able to socialize and to do it well.
Yes. So it's not only about looking appropriate, I would say, but it's also about knowing the subject, knowing what is it this event about, and knowing how you could contribute to that meeting. It's not about drinking champagne, isn't it? We were discussing.
Definitely, it's not down to drink champagne only, but also including this.
There will be some champagne, but that's not the point of the event.
It's a job after all. So
it's a job. It's a part of the job. It's a part of commitment. Do you like attending these official events?
I like it definitely because first I like the way I prepare for this. I choose what kind of dress I will wear.
We are going to talk about dress.
We can talk about it later, but just to answer a question, I really like this kind of events. For me, it's like not a torture. I really enjoy talking to people. I really like socializing, and every time I receive convici, I'm very happy.
So guys, just stay with us. The last question is going to be exactly about style and fashion. Yes, please, behave. Guys, see who came to say you hello. See who came to say you hello. Meow, wild animal.
She's saying meow to everyone.
So basically, talking about these events, you like going to these events, this is a part of the job, and this is super important in, let's say, supporting your husband, your better half, and being on a diplomatic mission means you are going to go on a lot of events and be there, let's say, helping out.
Yeah, of course. And I always put first his job and his mission on the first place, and I always have like my desires and even my career, on the second place. And I know this kind of life is not for everyone.
Yeah, indeed, not for everyone.
Especially now that people are raising feminism, and women now, they like to be independent, they like to build their own career, they like to pay for themselves, and not every woman would swallow this kind of life. But of course, it doesn't mean that it is prohibited for you to have a career. You can have one, like for example, online, because every 2-3 years we travel, we change our locations.
We change the country every 2-3 years, as you could have seen already and heard already in the previous video interview with my husband about how to become a diplomat. So basically every 2-3 years they say pack up and see you in Malaysia, and you go there. So
during these moments, of course, you cannot be emotional. I know it's not very easy, because imagine like after 2-3 years of your life, you have a circle of people, your friends, you have your hairdresser, you have your favorite restaurant.
Let's go to more personal question about where have you lived before? What was your experience? Tell us more about which country have you been to?
Well, I joined my husband when he was on one of his missions, which was to Austria. So far we lived in Vienna and now in Moscow. Which is very challenging posting, I would say, very sensitive politically speaking. And it's sea posting to us. I guess Anastasia explained in one of her videos about ABCD postings.
We slightly touched upon that. Maybe I'll have to create a dedicated video talking about this topic. Basically, go check out this playlist where you can probably find some answers.
So this posting, Moscow, is sea. It's quite challenging, and it's also very important at the same time. Please, go on.
Challenging, let me explain it for you. So basically, it's always from the perspective of the country. So currently, we are related to Brazilian embassy, and for Brazilian diplomat, Moscow is challenging. Why? Basically, first of all, it's language. Absolutely different language from Portuguese. It's different alphabet to start with. And then all the other challenges that are involved in this posting in relation to a Brazilian diplomat, not in relation to us or any other spouse. It's always depends on a working diplomat and his country.
Being in Moscow, I always need to think what I'm saying when I go to these official events, and I always need to think what are the interests of the country we represent. Basically, it's quite interesting but challenging. But if we are talking generally about Russia, I'm very happy that we are here because Russia has such a rich culture. Beautiful city, Moscow. Oh my God, extremely beautiful. And of course, here I speak my native language, which is also a plus.
Yeah, you can always translate for your husband.
Yeah, I hope one day we can speak Russian at home, because now we speak only Portuguese at home.
Yes, we're also trying to speak Russian, but you know.
Yeah, but he's doing his best to study Russian.
Yes.
So, and by the way, embassy provides them with a personal teacher who teaches Russian.
Yeah, once a week. Mine also has a teacher.
Twice a week.
Twice?
Yeah, and he also studies at home. So
you double down.
he is being prepared to meet my mother. She's coming soon. Stay with us.
He's getting ready to meet your mother since she's coming soon to.
Yeah, so he
Russia.
needs to practice more Russian. And well, if we are talking about my experience in Vienna.
Yeah, the one that was before the previous post.
Yeah, it was my first posting abroad. I mean, I have never lived abroad, and I think it was great opportunity for me to start this kind of life. I'm extremely blessed person that I had such a great start, because it's extremely beautiful city. Well, if you guys have been to Austria and if you've been to such a beautiful city as Vienna, I'm sure you agree with me.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we started our common life in Rome, which is also beautiful.
Wow.
And you know,
Rome,
you also had a very beautiful start of your, relations.
Yeah, so we were lucky.
Yeah, we were pretty lucky, yeah.
And there in Vienna, so my husband worked not at the embassy, he worked at the Brazilian mission to the IAEA. Yeah. It's an International Atomic Energy Agency.
Yeah, putting on the screen.
And he dealt there with such complicated topic as development of nuclear submarines. And for me, a wife of diplomat means that I also need to understand such a complex topic. So I asked him many questions. He told me a lot about this. He even wrote his book about it, actually.
Oh, really? He wrote a book? I didn't know.
Yeah, he has 3 books, and this one was the latest.
What? What?
Yeah,
he wrote 3 books?
I'm very proud of my husband, yeah. I wanted to highlight that it's important for a wife to be aware of the topic you might speak about during these official events, like to maintain the conversation.
And what about languages in
Well, in Austria they spoke German. The official language of Austria is German. Actually,
sprichst du Deutsch?
Ja, spreche ich Deutsch. Ich habe Deutsch an der Universität gelernt.
Oh, wirklich?
Ja, und habe ich mehr als 2 Jahre in Österreich gelebt. Und da habe ich meinem Mann geholfen, einige Probleme im Haushalt zu lösen. Aber heute sprechen wir nicht Deutsch.
Ja, wir werden also auf Englisch sprechen.
Sprechen wir
Wir werden kein Confusion hier machen. Also.
Ja, also,
so.
Yeah, woman, diplo wife need to speak different languages, at least 2, better, more. Actually, in the future, my best, ideal scenario, I would love, it's just in my dreams now, but I need to put effort in this direction. I would love to study French as well.
Oh, French is actually a language of diplomacy. It's a very important language for a wife of a diplomat, so it's better to learn French. Well, guys, to sum up this entire conversation, I think there are a lot of challenges.
Yeah,
quite. You have to speak the languages.
Just at least you need to speak the languages.
And you have to know all about your husband's work.
Yeah,
you have to help
you need to be able to move forward every 2-3 years.
And
I think actually it's a great opportunity, because only this way you can perceive the world from very deep inside. You will learn different cultures, customs, and
Sie können heute auf Deutsch.
Auch echt. And well, basically, this kind of opportunity to see the world, you cannot buy, you cannot get it by traveling.
Yes. It's
I
a
think
lifetime experience.
definitely.
You cannot fake it. You either lived in the foreign country, you either had that experience or you didn't. It's just something.
And I'm ready to go, like psychologically, I'm ready to go to any kind of posting because I know that very likely after Europe we might go to the deep posting, and I know that it will teach me a lot.
Yeah.
And I'll have a lot of experience there. So
definitely, yes. Okay, let's talk about fashion now. So what about dress code for all these official events? Are there any kind of rules, specific rules? Can you dress anything you want or not? How is it?
Definitely not. I would say that for me, first and foremost, is to be aware about what kind of meeting you're going to attend.
Yes.
Either it's something more casual luncheon or maybe it's some official dinner.
Yeah.
So you should choose what you wear according to the situation.
Yeah,
and
just
for me,
respect it, no?
yeah, it's definitely very important not to be overdressed.
Yes.
And underdressed also. You need to know specifically where you're going and what kind of clothes to use.
Yeah.
So, for example, if it's something formal, then I think like a beautiful cocktail dress or like a gown would be appropriate.
Yeah. Rosa Clara makes very beautiful dresses.
Yeah, I know. And if it's something more casual, I think like a skirt and pants, blouse, a sweater will be also
like
okay.
A suit maybe, something like that. It doesn't have to be like too flamboyant.
Definitely. Also, you need to consider in which country you're going to these events, because, for example, there are some countries where women cannot show their skin, and you should respect that.
Yeah, you should cover yourself.
Generally speaking, if we're talking about some casual or formal party, let's talk about formal party. For example, formal dinner. I would say that you cannot wear a dress that is shorter than your knees. You should definitely.
Yeah, you mean shorter than your knee length, right? It should cover the knee.
Yeah.
It cannot be like above the knee because otherwise it's kind of
well, something like I wear today, I think is very beautiful.
By the way, you have a very beautiful dress. Compliment.
Thank you. It's a local brand. I love it.
Oh, really? It looks very beautiful on you.
Thank you very much. Going back to the
dress code.
Yes. What I would mention is that, for example, you can use high heels, of course, but it shouldn't be something like super high. It shouldn't be vulgar. Yeah, exactly.
No spikes.
No.
No big platforms. No.
Everything, I would put it this way, everything should be decent and elegant. Yeah, starting from the color of your nails up to your makeup, your hair. So you just need to be elegant, beautiful, sophisticated woman.
Yeah. Who's your idol, by the way?
I really love Lady Diana and Kate Middleton. I think they have such a great taste, especially Kate Middleton. She loves very bright colors. She loves navy blue, sapphire blue.
Yes. She's frequently spotted, wearing sapphire blue outfits.
Yeah, I think she has great taste, and just by looking at her pictures, I mean, this woman is so elegant. She's so beautiful.
Such an inspiration.
Yeah.
I would say that for me, also a big inspiration is Diana, Princess Diana. Because,
for sure, I
she
agree.
has such a timeless style that we are still discussing nowadays. We are still creating YouTube videos on her style, and we are still getting inspired to get dressed for this or that event. I even have inserted her outfits in my previous video because
really?
Yes, she's so cool.
She's truly like an icon, an idol.
Yes. I think if you talk about past, it would be Princess Diana.
Nowadays, Kate Middleton. I would even mention, if we're talking from the past, like Jacqueline Kennedy.
Yes.
I think she also dressed herself so beautiful.
Indeed, she did.
In such a beautiful and elegant way.
Yes. I think, guys, you need to find out who is your inspiration, who is your icon, be it a fashion person, be it, let's say, somebody from the elite.
Or maybe you just have great taste and you have no inspiration.
But I think every one of us needs kind of inspiration.
Probably.
Sort of.
Probably.
So basically that's it. We have discussed with you your icon. We have discussed with you style. Would you say that your style has changed after you got married? Did it become more like elegant and sophisticated?
Well,
You've been always an elegant woman. Do you
not
think
all. I mean, I always had taste, I think,
Yes.
in dressing.
Well, we can see.
Before marrying a diplomat, I didn't have so many opportunities
Yes.
to use like elegant dresses.
Yeah, different lifestyle.
I was wearing more casual
Yes.
style clothes, but now that I have a different kind of life, of course, I'm very glad that I have an opportunity to look elegant, beautiful, and that's why when you said if I like these official meetings, I
Yes.
love them
Yeah.
because I really love to go
Dress up,
there,
yeah.
to dress up,
Yeah.
to talk to people, to
Socialize.
feel yourself, confident and fabulous and socialize.
And obviously to feel smart, because to socialize, you cannot be socializing about nothing. You have to socialize on the topic. So, and you socialize in a different language. So like it demands language skills and knowledge on a subject. So
So
basically,
not easy, quite
not easy.
challenging,
quite challenging.
but rewarding.
Yeah. And I have a very serious question to you.
Okay.
How many black dresses do you have?
Depending, well, I have a lot, but if we're talking about official
Yes.
events, I would say maybe 4. Yeah, not less.
Not 40.
Not 40, no.
Yeah, because it's
But-
conscious consumption.
Yeah, but if we're talking about in general,
Yes.
I have a lot. But if we're talking about black dresses that I will use,
Yeah.
that I will wear to the official meetings,
Yeah.
I would say 4 or 5, not more. Because I love bright colors
Yes.
and I love using bright colors.
And it suits you. You have blue eyes, and then once you wear
Thank
sapphire blue,
you.
it really, highlights your eye color. It's very beautiful.
Thanks. I also like burgundy and
Red.
red. Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's move to conclusion. So let's sum up our today's conversation. My question to you, and also like we are going to answer a question of my followers: is it actually worth it or not to become a wife of a diplomat? Would you suggest it to my followers who is watching right now this video? Would you approve, I don't know, this idea of signing for this lifestyle?
Well, if you put on the scale all pros and cons that we
Yeah.
discussed today, I think it's a lifetime adventure you will
Indeed.
never regret.
Yeah.
So if you're planning to marry a diplomat, definitely put all pros and cons before
Yeah.
signing marriage contract.
Yes.
So anyway, it's like a complex and rewarding at the same time lifestyle
Yeah.
that has its own set of pros, cons, advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah.
But I'm very honored to be a Diplo wife. I
Yeah.
can say it for sure.
Me too.
I think I was blessed to meet my husband,
Yeah.
and I would never dream about this kind of life that I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
I am having goosebumps actually when I'm saying this.
Are you happy with your husband?
I'm very happy, extremely happy.
The same.
I think it's not actually a topic of our video,
Yes.
but I think our meeting was a destiny.
Yes.
Just considering the way we met and all
Yes.
the circumstances. But anyway.
Yes. So anyway, guys, a few words from me. I would also say think very well before signing the marriage certificate. But it's totally worth it on my end as well. I would definitely suggest to every one of you to dive into this opportunity if you have one. And we are super happy to be in this position.
Yay!
Yay! And that's it for today. Thank you for watching this video, and we see you in my next one. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.